morning. This is Meir Volensky with the Driving Markets. Quick warning, anything said on this particular piece is an opinion only, as I say every day. So if the opinion works and you make money, great. If you lose money, then I will use the defensive measure. That is only an opinion. Okay, so let's see what is driving markets today and what was driving markets yesterday. Do you like that? Okay, let's carry on. So yesterday the markets opened up significantly lower in the States. During the day they rallied. At one point they were up nearly 200 points and then once again came off. All of this fear and volatility is due to one major factor. What will the FOMC do regarding interest rates? That is the biggest fear within the markets at the moment. What is the FOMC going to do? How's it going to affect interest rates? What it plans to do, etc., etc. Remember, again, inflation is bubbling and we're all aware of that. I've said it already hundreds of times on the videos. You have to be aware of inflation, be aware of interest rates. I don't believe the FOMC is going to increase interest rates until March, when the tapering program of the bond buying comes to an end. That is causing a bit of anxiety amongst all the bond dealers, because the biggest customer in the world was the US Treasury, and now the US Treasury is stopping buying those bonds, which is sending a few shockwaves through the bond market, because they now have to look for normal customers and not have the US Treasury buying their bonds every month. Okay, regarding where we go from here, the volatility will continue. You're going to have significant days of 800 points to 1,000 points up and down on the Dow until there's absolute clarity what happens regarding interest rates. We have to remember that even though I am talking about the markets going down, they don't go down in one foul swoop. As I mentioned yesterday, there will be days when they're up and days when they're down, and you need to look at the trend line. The trend line for the bull market is not yet broken. What I'm talking about now is where that trend line will be in a month, 2 months time, and I believe it'll be going down, and therefore you need to prepare yourself using buying puts or doing shorts, CFDs, anything you need, and that's where you need to be protecting yourself and looking to where you can make some money on the downside. Regarding companies, there's more companies reporting this week. It's earnings seasons. That will have also a further impact on where we're going. The other factor is the geopolitical factor, which is the Ukraine-Russian crisis. Russia's on the border of Ukraine and threatening to invade and go to war. You can bet your bottom dollar that if Russia fires one bullet or goes to war with Ukraine, then you will see the markets absolutely plummet, because sleepy Joe Biden, who should not be president and is probably the worst president ever in the history of the US, and the best thing he could do is to resign today, but that would give over to Kamala Harris, and Kamala Harris is probably worse than Joe Biden. She's not so sleepy, but she's a complete progressive liberal, which is there for the destruction of the United States. There's my little political piece in the middle of driving markets. So if Russia was to fire a bullet at Ukraine, then it'd have a significant impact on world markets. The price of gold, which is actually rising based on that crisis and based on interest rates, would shoot well past $2,000 level. That might be a hedge if you think Russia's going to invade Ukraine. I personally think that Russia is going to attack Ukraine, and that will have a massive impact on markets. You can contact me on LinkedIn, WhatsApp, Instagram, Volensky Meir. I'm going to do a short 30-second to 1 minute Instagram to help those people who can't take the patience of watching a 4 or 5 minute YouTube. Can you please subscribe? Can you please like? Can you please send messages? Can you please show your support? I'm making a lot of effort here to give you all the information you need on a daily basis. Please help me to help you. This is Meir Volensky with Driving Markets. Have a good day.